Now, listen, I'm not a person to hot take. You might be surprised by this. Hey dancers, it's Kirsten. Welcome back to the Confident Dancer YouTube channel. Today, I've been thinking about how dancers, we're dreamers, we're people with big goals. We hustle, we work, we have vision, but there are things that a lot of people don't talk about that end up getting in our way of achieving our goals. So from the perspective of a mindset coach, I want to talk about some of the more psychological reasons why dancers, or us as humans, we don't always achieve our goals. And I think there is something we can change about that with these 5 principles. So I want to share with you 5 things I've seen as a coach that often stop dancers from achieving their goals, and a few tips on what you can do to not let these things get in your way. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Okay, the first thing that stops dancers from achieving their goals is having this rigid expectation for themselves that also isn't specific. It's like this weird contradictory thing where it's like, I can't be a bad dancer. I have to be a good dancer. I have to perform well. I have to do my best. I have to do a good job. So there's this have to pressure mentality around it, or you're focused on what you don't want. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to fall. I don't want to fail. It's mostly with this mentality of fear and rigidity. If you don't do these things that are also quite general, then you're not good enough. So there's this rigidity in the attitude. But the actual thing I hear dancers saying they want isn't actually very specific. So my recommendation is develop a vision that's a literal picture in your own mind of how you do want to turn, and let that vision transcend into a feeling in your body. That's how I would feel when I turn. Imagine yourself on the stage dancing exactly as you want. Notice all the qualities, how that feels, how you dance, how you respond to the audience, and even little mistakes you make. Develop a really clear picture in your head, and then you can ask yourself, okay, what's one step I can do to move in that direction? What's the next thing I can do? I think that's an extremely effective way to approach progress, and it's open-minded. It tends to take some pressure off. It also tends to allow you to have the opportunity to be proud of your progress and to see it. You can see that you are moving in that positive direction instead of holding yourself to this general idea that at the same time is very pressurized. I need to do my best. Or else. It's or first, or else what? Second, what does it look like to do your best? Is it really a specific vision? I often share this metaphor with clients. It's does your vision of what you want kind of analogous to a plane leaving an airport saying, I don't know, I want to go anywhere but here, or I just want to go somewhere in that direction? Air traffic control would not let that off the ground. So the best way to efficiently land a plane, go on the journey you want to go, is have a clear sense of what you want and be able to articulate it, be able to see it in your mind's eye, feel it, all that good stuff. Hopefully that made sense. The second thing I see stopping dancers is we tend to have goals that aren't really our goals. They're from someone else. Maybe you just picked up from other dancers in your peer group that everyone wants these perfect high extensions, and you're oh, I should want that because my extensions aren't good. And if they're not good, then I'll never be a professional dancer. It's coming from a place of fear and borrowing visions from other people. So I want to invite you with this point to ask yourself, what would be useful for you right now? And more importantly, what do you really want to work on for yourself? And even be cautious. I hear when dancers answer that question of what do you want to work on or achieve, a lot of times the answers are coming from a place of fear. I want to do this so that I am not the worst one in the class, or I'm not behind anymore in my progress. That's still coming from a place of fear and wanting to avoid negative results. Instead, if you have goals that are positive and you want to move towards them from a place of genuine desire, that can be really, really helpful in allowing you to make better progress. Hey dancers, I wanted to just briefly take a pause in this video to talk to you about the Confident Dancer Coaching Program, which is an opportunity to work with me individually as your mindset coach to help you develop the confidence to truly feel and dance your best consistently. So much of being the dancer you want to be is a mental game. We know that. And if you're struggling with self-doubt, performance anxiety, low self-esteem, perfectionism, comparison, overthinking, all that stuff. I've seen it, I've lived it, I see it in clients all the time. And to walk them through this journey of supporting them and equipping them with the real tools and mindset shifts and insights to build the confidence that they've always wanted, it's so incredible. And so change is absolutely possible for you, even if you think, no, I'm a chronic overthinker, I can't. I'm just not a confident dancer. You guys, you don't have to keep struggling. And I just want you to know that that support is available. And this is a great time, especially if you're preparing for audition season in the spring. Just know that this is a great time to start equipping yourself with the confidence now and the awareness of your strengths, all these things, the mindset that will help you to succeed and thrive and have a great time even in audition season. So invest in that and in yourself and in your success now. And the way that you can learn more about the Confident Dancer Coaching Program and take the next step to working together is visit theconfidentdancer.com or kirstenkemp.com. They both lead to the same website. You can learn more about my services there, see amazing testimonials from past clients I've worked with, excuse my dog barking, and also you can reach out to apply for a free 30-minute consultation where you and I can discuss your challenges, your goals, and see if working together would be a great fit. So I can't wait to speak with you and support you, and let's go on with the rest of the video. Point number 3 is extremely important. Like, definitely, I think more important than the other two. If you have a goal and you don't trust yourself to achieve it, if you're stuck in self-doubt, if you are constantly thinking, I can't, I'm not the kind of person who can do that. Basically, if you have this sense of what you want, but you don't trust yourself to rise to the occasion, to handle the challenge, and to achieve the thing, then psychologically that will create little things like that are kind of self-sabotaging in nature. Maybe the second you finally feel like you get up to that audition and you're in the room, that lack of belief in yourself comes out and you totally crumble under the pressure. Or maybe you want to be a professional dancer, but you don't believe in yourself enough to even go to certain auditions. You're like, I would never get that. I could never do that. I'm just not that good. This and this would happen, so I shouldn't reach out. I shouldn't try. I shouldn't raise my hand. That is a perfect example of if you don't trust yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, it does literally hold you back. And that's really something I work on with clients as a mindset coach, is making sure that their beliefs, their sense of self, all these things and their emotions are in line with helping them to get to where they want to go. So if they say they want something, they feel no hesitation in, I'm going to do it. I can, of course I can get there. Of course I can. That is such a powerful aspect that either helps or hinders people from achieving their goals. So point number 4 is pretty similar to the last one I just shared, but it's more specifically about your beliefs. If your beliefs are in conflict with your goals, then it will consistently undermine your progress. And this has to do with your self-talk as well. If you're saying, I want to improve my turns, but you're saying, I'm not a good turner, that's an identity statement that you're carrying for yourself. And if every time you make a mistake, you're like, see, why did that happen again? I shouldn't do that. That's so dumb. Like, you're talking down on yourself all the time. You're reinforcing these beliefs that you can't, that it's harder for you, that you're uniquely incapable of getting to where you want to go, instead of reinforcing beliefs that are in alignment with where you want to go. And again, that's something I work on a lot with dancers, and there are some very surprising subconscious roots to this that sometimes can be resolved with different self-talk. A lot of times it's deeper than that, and that's why I do the work that I do, because with that one-on-one support, you really are able to explore the different layers of your mind and beliefs and make sure that there isn't anything stopping you from going in the direction you want to go as a dancer. And a great example of this as well is I work with a lot of dancers who want to be professionals, and they're on their pre-professional journey, and they're like, I want that, but then what they believe to be true about themselves is, I can't perform well under pressure. I'm not good enough. I don't have the body. I'm always going to be behind because I started late. These beliefs are in conflict with where they want to go. And even when they make progress, if you're still holding on to that belief, then your mind will start to convince you that any progress you make was just you pretending that you actually could. But what the truth is that you really can't. And so it's really important to explore those deeper layers and get support if you can in that, because what you deeply feel to be true, not what you're trying to think. You know, you could tell yourself, no, I can do it. But if what you deeply feel to be true is that you can't, that you're not good enough in some way, that's what's going to be coming out in your actions most of the time. And it's going to therefore create results that are in alignment with that belief. So it's really, really important to do that work. Lastly, number 5, I love this one. You might not be surrounding yourself with evidence and with people that are proof that what you want is possible. This is so important, and I think it's incredible to give yourself the gift of constantly reinforcing that you can do what you say you want to do. You can have what you say you want to have. You can be who you say you want to be. Reinforce that all the time by, if you can, being like finding a mentor, being around people and making friends who are where you want to be. Or maybe they're not there, but chances are your friends are going to be the people who are headed in that direction with you. They motivate you, they encourage you. It gives you the sense of momentum and encouragement when you're low. And then also on the other end, like I said, but having a mentor is super important, but also you can surround yourself with evidence by actually going about your day and even curating your online presence to specifically seek out proof that, like, look, she achieved that and she came from similar means as me, or maybe she started late and she became a professional, or whatever you want to find proof of. It's out there in the world. I could pretty much guarantee it. It's out there. So the more you go and find it, the more you are reinforcing to yourself, yes, I can do this. You're also going to be exposing yourself to ideas of how you can get to where you want to go, which will definitely shortcut the learning curve and allow you to achieve more faster. So who you surround yourself with, what you surround yourself with, and the kind of evidence and information you constantly put in your mind is incredibly important to be intentional with. It can literally shape the course of your life. So dancers, that's it for this video. Let me know what you think of these 5 points and which one you're most excited to change so that you can achieve your goals better, easier, and faster. I'd also love to hear, what are some of the goals that you're working towards right now? Genuinely, let me know in the comments. I want to know. I want to cheer you on. It's always really special for me since I put out these videos every week. It really does mean a lot to read your comments. I do read every one of them, and just to get to know a little bit more about the people who are watching this, it really makes my day. So whenever you can, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. It really means the world. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.